A few hours ago, you were standing in a cluttered office, talking to daughter Ash and daughter Jack about where the hell you are. You found out that you're in the kingdom of Ness, ruled by someone called the Good Queen, and that there are some interesting laws here. The borders of the kingdom are closed, so if you want to leave, your best option seems to be earning your place as a daughter of the Twin Moons. To earn a uniform, you need to do something heroic. Ash gave you a pendant that will lead you to a source of a disturbance out in the growth, which she claims is causing relentless attacks on the city of Fell's Keep. On your way out of town, Cody suffered an accidental stunning strike from one of the Queen's guards, and the rest of you had to leave him behind to recover. Max, Erica, and Zan, you're standing in front of a towering wall of interlocking branches. This wall is just a small section of the mile-wide dome that the pendant led you to. Jasmin is currently caught in the branches of the dome, being pulled into the thick tangle of wood. One of the trees that rose up to attack you has been defeated, and the other is laying on the ground, host laughter. Erica, you are next in initiative order. What do you do?
Have we even hit this tree yet?
I believe you've hit it once for 3 damage.
Wow. Big money, big money. Okay. I am going to cast Dissonant Whispers on this tree.
On the big old tree. All right. So what do I need to do? A wisdom save?
Yes.
The tree got a 9 plus 0.
That does not save.
All right.
Make like a tree and leave, bastard. So it has to run away, but it's also going to take 3d6 damage.
Oh, damn.
That is only 10.
Yeah, you all watch as this 20-foot tree that unrooted itself and came towards your party to attack. Last time, Erica told it a joke so funny it had to fall down and just writhe around for a while. Now, Erica whispers something and the tree gets up from prone, which uses half its movement, and runs 10 feet away with the other half of its movement, and it looks very scared.
Was anyone in melee range of it?
No, Max and Zan were both hitting the other tree, unfortunately.
Okay.
Next up is Max's turn.
I guess this tree is technically slightly closer to me now than it was previously.
No, you were all pretty close. You can get closer to it. It's within 30 feet of you.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to go smack it anyway.
Okay, go ahead with your sword.
Probably not going to hit. It's 4 plus 4, 8.
An 8 to hit does not hit, unfortunately.
It's a tree!
You swing your sword at this tree, and it just slams into, the gnarled wood of its body. Doesn't take a chunk out or anything. Next up is Zan.
All right, I'm going to use a bonus action to move my hunter's mark to the other tree. And am I close enough to go short sword it?
Yeah.
All right, I'll do that.
All right.
Oh, that's off the table.
There it goes.
Behind the bookshelf.
No, it was not behind the bookshelf, but it is a 13 plus 2, which is 15.
That hits.
Rad.
Roll some damage on this tree.
That's 1d6. It's 3 plus 2 slashing, which is 5 plus 2 because it's a plant, so that's 7. And that's plus 1d6 because of the hunter's mark, so that's another 4. So that's 11 damage.
Nice. Yeah, you duck around Max, who is hitting this tree, or trying to, just kind of slip around him and jab your sword.
My turn to kill Steel.
Right into the tree. Kind of shove him out of the way a little bit.
Ha-ha!
And do 11 damage. This tree is now looking really rough.
Oh, it's not dead? God.
It's not quite dead. It's holding on.
Are you saying the tree looked smooth before?
Smooth, hairless tree.
It's a eucalyptus.
Ew.
Zan, okay, it's the end of your turn. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, that's fun. That's cool and fun. Well, that is a 19 minus 1 and 18.
Damn. All right. Zan, you feel a tingle on the back of your neck. And it's a sensation you felt a few times before. And you're like starting to put the connection together that this feeling is connected to when some like rip opens up in space, like that time you saw that little dragon in the forest. And with this connection that you've made, you just easily turn around, open up your arms, and immediately Cody has slammed into you and you catch him.
Oh my god.
What?
Oh. Holy shit.
He is immediately followed by a small bronze dragon, which smacks into both of you. And Zan, you managed to also catch that. And then a bright blue otter, which
No, I don't know.
tumbles on top. They have tumbled out of a tear in space that is glittering with purple light. And you watch as this tear just zips right back up and as though nothing was ever there.
Cody?
And Cody just jumps down out of Zan's arm and kind of just scrambles to his feet, trying to like look around. It's like, okay,
What the hell? What? Are you okay?
Yeah. Cody looks at himself. It's like, okay, I'm good. Is everything okay here? We good?
I mean, it's not great. There's bad trees and Jasmine's getting eaten by the dome over there.
What?
Yeah, mount up.
Yeah, Cody, you look up and just like over Zan's shoulder, there is a 20-foot animated tree, branches whipping around and like...
What? Why did I come find you? Okay, what are we doing? What do I do?
I don't know. Folk, help Jasmine, because that tree's almost dead, because I'm really good at this.
Okay.
Actually, as you're all kind of being like, what the fuck, Cody's here now, all of your spell bands, your like metal wristbands, let out a little chime. Bing!
Oh, we have the party together again. The SP bonus.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you look over and Erica's opened up her menu and is like pointing to where it says like party together bonus. So in game mechanics, you all have +1 AC back. And it is Cody's turn. Zan and Max are like next to this tree and they've got their swords drawn and you can kind of tell that they have been chopping down this tree.
Okay.
Pretty well.
They?
Excuse me. You can tell that Zan has been chopping down this tree really well.
Those stab wounds look like Zan's handiwork.
Damn,
Nobody can tell that Erica got into the tree's brain and like caused it severe damage.
You have no idea what Erica did. And like every battle you've been in so far, Erica is just standing silently staring at the tree like 20 feet away from it.
Okay, so Cody looks over and sees Jasmin struggling and just immediately opens his menu, pulls out his spunk card and just says, "Come on, spunk, do it!" and shoots burning hands at the dome.
All right.
God.
Great.
Is that what that's called?
Jasmin, you can't help but flinch as just a massive amount of fire erupts from Cody's hands and surges towards you. The flames hit the wall of branches and the wood immediately begins to like squirm and pull away from the heat. And Cody, you concentrate everything you have on like shaping this fire to avoid Jasmin. And when the smoke clears, Jasmin is standing in the middle of a hole that has been burned into the side of the dome.
Jasmin collapses to like a knee, like thinks she's like leaning on her staff, and she just breathes heavily. Cody, thanks.
Could kind of run over and just kind of make sure that like he didn't accidentally singe anything, making sure he did his job right.
I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm fine, I think.
Okay, tree.
Where did you come from?
Space. We gotta take care of the tree first.
And next up is Jasmine's turn.
Jasmin is going to get up, and I think she's going to grab Cody by the arm and, like, together with Cody, walk back towards the group so they're no longer in range of the dome or where the dome used to be.
Okay.
And I think then she'll kind of like look around and she'll notice that Max is a bit hurt and cast Balm of the Summer Court on him. That would be 6 HP healed and 1 temporary HP.
Cool.
And then she will just throw a flame at the tree, I guess.
Do it.
18 plus 6, 24.
Holy shit. Yeah, you conjure a ball of flame and lob it at this tree, and you hit it right in the worst place a tree would want to be hit with a ball of flame.
Which is?
There's like a little hollow, where a squirrel used to live.
Yeah.
Right in the tree balls.
Yeah, that's what I think. But as far as I know, it doesn't have those. So
Yeah, you look at this tree and you realize it's actually like a nut-bearing tree.
I was gonna make the same joke. No.
Jasmine's ball of flame hit it right in the tree nuts.
I'm leaving this podcast. I'm done. Bye.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
You roll damage?
Right in the tree nuts for 8 fire damage, so 16.
Like 8 doubled? Holy shit. This tiny ball of flame, she lobs it up and hits it in the tree nuts, and the whole tree just ignites. Whoosh. Max and Zan, you're standing very close to this tree because you're hitting it. You kind of have to like reel back a little as the whole thing is just coated in purple fire, and it like creaks and kind of lets out a scared tree scream and then falls over dead. I'm not kidding. The tree had exactly 16 hit points left.
Wow.
That's a lot more than I thought it had.
It started with 40.
That's a beefy tree.
It's a beefy boy.
All right. You are all now out of initiative order, but as you kind of like watch this tree burn and singe up, you hear like a creaking, shifting noise, and you can see that the 15-foot circle of fire blasted through the side of the dome and made this hole around Jasmin, and you can like see into this like dark chamber that's inside. The dome is now slowly shifting and closing back up. And so you have like probably like a minute or so before it's like fully closed in. It's not going super fast.
Can we see inside?
Why don't you make a perception check?
I'll make a perception check too.
Okay.
Because I have night vision.
Yeah.
That's an 11.
It's a 16 for me.
Zan, I need you to make yours at disadvantage because you don't have night vision.
That's fair. Yeah, that's still the 16 then.
Okay. Yeah, the two of you kind of like peer into this hole, like trying to quickly see what's in there before it closes up. And it looks like it's like a chamber, maybe like 30 by 30 feet. The inner walls are covered in these like soft purple leaves, and there's like little flowers dotted along the walls that are like glowing a little bit. You don't see any like, there's no like big tree monster in there flipping you off or anything. It just looks like an empty chamber.
I think we have to go in.
Jasmin, is that where we're supposed to go?
That's where the necklace was pointing, wasn't it, Oliver?
Yes.
Jasmin holds up the necklace. Yes, yes, it is.
All right, get in.
Well, let's go.
Wait.
Going into the bubble. What?
Real quick.
What?
And Cody kind of pulls his arm free and kind of stands back away from the group and kind of just looks at the whole group and kind of darting his eyes back and forth. And water, like, jumps forward and runs up to Zan, looks up at Zan in the eyes, squinching really intensely.
Zan squints back.
And Cody's just kind of had his arms out, kind of doing the whole Jurassic World thing with his hands kind of going back between all the different friends around him. And he's like, I don't know. Okay. Jasmin, you see Cody's mouth barely move, but you can hear clear as day. What did you give me when we got out of the facility?
Can I answer?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, Jasmin, have you been with everybody the whole time?
Except when the dome attacked, but yes. Why?
Okay, and Cody just relaxes and runs up and gives Jasmin a big hug.
Why Jasmin?
Where's this dragon?
Yeah, you look around and you see that there's a little bronze dragon about like the size of a fox that's just kind of like on the ground of the forest, just kind of like panting. Doesn't seem to be doing anything or paying attention. It's just kind of like taking big, deep breaths.
You good?
Okay, I'm good.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Yeah, we get to go.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want to burn another spell slot.
Hey, you coming, little dragon?
Yeah, it looks up at you and starts to like hobble towards you. It's like limping a little bit.
Zan goes to try to pick it up.
Oh, yeah, you pick it up.
Okay.
It's like pretty heavy. It's like picking up like a big dog, but yeah.
Okay. All right, we're going in.
All right. Yeah, the 5 of you plus this little bronze dragon and Water the otter and also Hat the rat, I guess, is also in a purse somewhere. You guys got a lot of creatures now.
It's terrible. Nobody should ever trust us with anything.
Yeah. So you all like rush into the dome through this hole in the branches that is closing up. There's still like a 6-foot diameter hole open, and you like, some of you have to duck to get in, but
Some of us. Which ones?
2 of you. But you all get in there and you watch as these branches just like intertwine and seal back over. And it's quiet. You find yourself in this small chamber. It's much smaller than the entirety of the dome. Like I said, like this little chamber that you're in is like 30 by 30 feet. The walls are all made of those same tangled tree branches, although these ones are covered in soft purple leaves, and there are these little flowers every so often that give off kind of like a faint glow. They give off enough dim light that you can see there are 2 tunnels leading off of this room. Jasmin, as you stand in this enclosed space and kind of catch your breath, you hear the faint sound of singing in the distance.
Can I tell from which tunnel the singing is coming from?
Make a perception check.
That would be a 15.
Yeah, you walk from one tunnel to the other, and you all see just Jasmin kind of like tilting her head and thinking about something. You feel the song is like a little bit louder from the left tunnel. You can't quite make out the words, but something about this song sounds like lonely.
Is the necklace headed that direction as well?
Yeah, you pull out that pendant made of concentric rings that are like spinning, and you focus on it, and it is pulling you towards what you know is like the center of the dome, but it doesn't seem to be tilted towards either direction. It's like it's hard for you to tell that much like nuance of the how the pendant works.
So, Cody, who's your friend?
Not Zan.
Yeah. What?
Cody, now is not the time for confrontation.
No. I think so. I was at Jason's house, and then Zan came and got me. Well, it looked like you didn't have your spell bracelet on, so I knew it wasn't you. But I went with you anyways. Felt right.
What? Why?
It just felt like I was supposed to. And then when we were running here, they said that you were in trouble. And so
Who said?
the not Zan, the not Zan person. And then we ran towards the forest or the growth, and not Zan disappeared. And there was a dog. Water says the dog was cool. So I followed the dog. Dog became a dragon that you see here. Then I fell through space and time, and now I'm here. That's about all I know. The dragon pushed me through space and time, I guess is more accurate. It was kind of weird. It was purpley and spacey.
Well, I guess that isn't that much weirder than anything else we've got going on.
Zan's gonna look at the little bronze dragon in her arms and just sort of like, I'm just love like looking at it, sort of eyebrows raised, just like, what are you, why? What? You're from the forest.
You feel like a little rumble, and then another little rumble, and then you hear and the dragon has fallen asleep in your arms.
Well, Okay.
One of his little paws is kind of dangling over your arm, and the tail's just kind of flopped out. You see his little paw give a little twitch, like it's running in its sleep.
Damn it, this is adorable. All right, well.
Max is like standing over your shoulder, staring at it, almost crying.
Do you want to carry it?
Jasmine's doing the same on the other shoulder.
Can I do a medicine check?
Yeah, Erica, what are you medicine checking?
The dragon.
Sure. Yeah, go for it.
That's a 9.
The dragon looks really tired. It's probably why it's asleep.
That tracks.
It seems like it's asleep. Kind of like a dog that's sleeping.
Cody's going to dig into his backpack, to his notebook real quick, and pull out a piece of paper that he's doodled dragons all over, and it's entitled "What I Know About Dragons." and it's all the notes that he took when Remy was telling him about dragons.
Find this piece of notebook paper on Patreon today.
I forgot about this!
Oh, I did not. I've been waiting for the right moment. And so I'm just reading all the facts that I know, just about what colors they can come in, what kind of sizes.
Tell everyone. Yeah, do it in character.
Cody pulled that, goes, well, here's what I know. Okay, dragons can come in any color, and you're usually two-tone. They can come in a variety of shapes and sizes. The smallest one is like the common house dragon, and it's about the size of a goblin. So I think this one probably is a house dragon. They eat trees, wood, and plants, and some breathe fire and use it to cook the trees before they eat them. And the fire is usually the same color as the dragon's eyes, though not always. It's not an always thing. And then dragons choose their human, and they then, well, we kind of knew this, but they use dragons to travel long distances and move cargo. That's what I know about dragons. Book report over.
Do they always open up rifts in space-time and change into other things?
That wasn't on the list that Remy gave me.
Okay.
Does this dragon have a second tone? Since Cody said they were usually two-tone, or is it entirely bronze?
It is bronze on the top and looks like it's like pearly white on the neck and belly part, like on the underside.
What color were its eyes?
I don't know if you saw it.
That's
Cody
fair.
would know.
Oh, what I saw, its eyes glowed purple at one point.
Great.
Welcome to Cody's 7th grade presentation on dragons.
I'm really good at
Amazing.
it. Don't make fun of me.
He is very good at it. Sorry, from God, I guess.
Erica is going to open her spell menu and say, how about we take a little bit of a rest? Because it looks like this dragon needs it too. And Erica's going through the menus and saying, it looks like a few of us could probably use a couple extra hit points.
All right, great. Yeah, I'll count this time that you've been talking to as like part of your short rest. But you can just kind of like hang out in this room.
I am also going to sing a song of rest.
I'm ready.
Mysterious bronze dragon came here from space, brought our little Cody friend, and now we're all inside a dome.
Oh my god, it's so good! That didn't rhyme.
Oh, thank you. Yep. Anyway. And you all get 2 hit points.
Yes. You can also all roll one of your hit dice if you want to just get free hit points.
Oliver, while everyone is resting, I think, can Jasmin like sit a bit away from the group, probably looking at the like place that she heard singing from? I think she's kind of like humming along a bit and idly like drawing with her hands in the dirt.
Yeah.
And I think she's going to try and cast Druidcraft and see if there's anything different about the plants here if she makes them.
Yes. Okay. You all just kind of like sit down and take a little break as Cody tells you dragon facts.
Mm-hmm. Great, Cody.
And you see Jasmin just kind of like moving her finger around in the dirt and humming a little song. And as she does this, the like purpley pink energy that you all see whenever you cast spells just kind of like flows down her hand into the dirt, and some little plants sprout up. They've got like really just like iridescent purple leaves, and they kind of like retain the like glittery aspects of the magic that Jasmine's putting into them. They're breathtaking, like very beautiful little plants.
Can I tell if there's anything different about these plants from the plants outside the dome?
Make a nature check.
That would be a 17. 13 plus 4.
Yes, you don't know why they're different, but they definitely just seem more like fairy-like is the best descriptor you can kind of come up with. Like when you cast this spell with Nula, I guess a couple days ago in her greenhouse, the plants that you made, like the little flowers that sprouted, were just normal flowers. Like they were just like red or blue. Whereas these ones are like very like sparkly and iridescent and like weirdly magical compared to just a regular plant.
Okay.
Cody has looked over and noticed the plants, but rather than going and bothering Jasmin, his kind of just thought and noticing of it all of a sudden has water noticing, and water runs over, and it's kind of like sniffing around the plants and just trying to get a sense for what they are. Just
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, she comes over and kind of buries her face in these new plants. They seem great. Like, I don't know. Like water's like cool plants. That's the vibe you get from water.
And so noticing that water has gone and bothered Jasmin, Cody's like, hey, water, Jasmin, what's going on here? What are you doing?
I was just trying to calm myself, and this is something Nula taught me with the plants, making them.
Oh.
They're a bit different here, though.
Cody's just gonna sit down next to Jasmin. It's like, well, that's really cool. I didn't know you could do this, like this.
It's very calming to me.
Oh, that's good.
But hey, look, see how the flowers all sparkly?
Oh, that's really cool. And Cody kind of like gets really close and
it is. I don't know if it's good though.
Oh,
I didn't do anything different about the spell than anywhere else. I think it's the place that we're in.
Huh.
So whatever is making the growth be bad is probably doing this too.
Well, I'm glad you're feeling calmer. I'm glad to be back with everybody, so that we can be together at least.
I'm glad you're back too.
Yay!
I hope you had fun with Jason, though.
Yeah, he taught me how to do the message spell. Oh, that's the one I used it earlier on you. Hope it's okay.
It was really cool.
Oh, thanks. You didn't happen to get a message like that from me earlier, did you?
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
Did I, Oliver?
No, you didn't.
Oh. Okay. Well, I tried.
Yeah, when Jason taught you that spell, he did tell you that it only works from like 120 feet.
Yeah, Cody was just hoping.
Yeah. It seems like that might be the case.
Yes.
Yeah, Cody, during this little short rest that you're taking, you feel this like strange, like kind of like, it's like you just remembered something, and you realize that the not Zan that picked you up from Jason and Clara's house cast Charm Person on you. Or like, you may not know that it's called Charm Person, but you know that she cast a spell on you that made you charmed to her.
Oh, what? That was, and Cody just looks over at the dragon real quick. It's like,
Max and Zan are sitting like 2 feet apart with the dragon like sleeping on like Max's knee.
We're arguing over who gets to hold the dragon.
Just like quietly like, it's my turn. It's my turn to hold the dragon.
Cody's gonna just quickly kind of tug on Jasmin. Like, hey, Jasmin.
Yes? What's wrong?
I just realized the dragon put a spell on me at Jason's house to make me like it.
What? Because it's cute? I mean, it's putting a spell on me too? Oh.
Like love?
The love was inside us all along. No, like it. Oh, and then he remembers trying to talk to Clara and Clara not responding. It's like, I think it can do magic. The dragon, that was not in my list of facts.
Wow. Maybe you just discovered something new about dragons? You could be a dragonologist?
Cody's new career.
I appreciate your belief in me, Jasmin, but right now I'm more concerned that an unknown thing put a spell on me.
Don't worry. It's we're all here, even if the dragon wakes up and it's so small and there's 5 of us, we are safe.
And water pops up on Cody's lap and kind of just like a big kind of thing. And Cody's like, we got 6. Water will protect me. You can handle that dragon, right, Water? You got this. Water's like, yes.
Is your otter Mario from the video game Mario? Or Mickey Mouse.
Jasmin and Cody, as you're like talking about this dragon, you look over and you see that the dragon's glowing purple eyes are open, and it's like looking at the two of you, just kind of watching you.
Jasmin is looking at us.
I know, I can see that.
What if it tries to smell us?
The dragon's like eyes start to narrow, and it opens its mouth a little bit. And you can see it's got like these like sharp teeth, and then it goes.
I thought I was just gonna go. Put a spell on you.
It's a second bard.
Erica stands up and is like, okay, should we get going?
Yeah. Just apparently the dragon can cast spells, so be careful, I guess.
Yeah, it made me like it. And I don't know, here's the thing. Most people that you like them because they're cool. If someone has to make you like them, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a weird magic creature, right? Like it pops in and out of thin air and also could be like a person. So
are you listening to the words you're saying?
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like keep an eye out, right? Like
Zan keeps scratching it under the chin, like
yeah. Zan is simultaneously like petting it and also just like, so like, yeah, like we need to watch out and make sure that it doesn't get us.
Hey, Jasmin, I think it might have gotten them. Because that made no sense. What Zan just said made no sense.
It made some sense to me.
He's a good dragon.
It's really cute.
Cody, there's a lot of weird stuff that has happened. I mean, Jasmin can turn into a rat.
Yeah, but that doesn't make us like it. Hey, do we know any way to, like, counteract a make you like you charm? Like, do we know, like, any, like, medicine or plant? Or do we know anything?
I don't think so.
I know nothing, ever.
What? And Cody's like, what if it's in Lily's notes? What if Lily told us how to do it?
We can look through Lily's notes when we're back. I don't think we should stay here too long.
Okay.
Oh, also, I think the dragon's Peanut.
What?
The cat. Goblin. The goblin.
Erica looks down at the dragon and says, are you Peanut?
You watched as the dragon's like glowing purple eyes turned to look at you, Erica, and then it shudders, and Peanut the cat is there. The black goblin with ivy growing on its back, still kind of like lounging over Max's leg.
See? Do you guys know what this means?
Nope.
We can get more gold from that guy.
Nice.
Subscribe to Erica's YouTube channel for the infinite goals hack.
Who's a good goblin and going to help us grift an old man?
I think we should go in the left tunnel. I think there's someone there.
Someone there?
Sounds as good as
We've
anything.
just been sitting here? I feel like if there's somebody like waiting for us, we should have like gone and said something.
Erica turns to Max and says, Max, do you have anything to reveal right now?
I don't think so.
Great.
I mean, I haven't been very far from you, so I don't have anything to hide.
Cool.
That's the most suspicious thing I've ever heard anyone say.
You sure you didn't poop in a tree? Or you Spider-Man?
Well,
Jury's still out, I think.
Erica already knows that.
yeah, Eric already knows that.
Cody is like backing away from even Jasmin now because like this is a different group than the group that left him there. He feels like
No, it isn't. We're
everyone's
still
acting a little
complete
bit
idiots.
strange. Jasmine's here. Those where people are. They're in love with this dragon that put a spell on Cody. He's just a little bit wary of everybody.
Okay.
Not like he's gonna stay behind, but he's just a little wary. He's just like doesn't trust so easily right now.
Can we please go find this person that Jasmin can smell or whatever?
No, can you not hear the singing? It's this direction.
No.
What?
See?
You're hearing singing?
Yeah, none of you can hear singing. I mean, Jasmin can.
Right.
Sorry, this is a lot of things all at once that I didn't think would
There's so much happening right now. I guess we should go find the singing thing. But be prepared, I guess.
Well, and maybe my ears are good. I don't know. It's this direction. I'm sure there's someone there.
All right. Let's go.
Let's go.
Somebody be prepared to knock Jasmin out if she starts doing, I don't know, she turns into something weird from the singing.
Great.
It's a weird assumption.
Yeah.
I don't know. We know nothing.
I'm gonna pick up the dragon/goblin
Yeah.
and drape it over the back of my neck, like over my shoulders.
Yeah. It's a very soft kitty goblin now. Yeah, it starts like purring against your neck. Nice little rumble.
We go.
All right. Okay, so yeah, there's these two tunnels leading off of the room. They look pretty much the same. Jasmin says to take the left one. As you like walk to the mouth of the tunnel, it's like 8 feet by 8 feet, like kind of circular-ish, and goes straight for a little bit and then curves in towards the center of the dome. It's like pretty dark in there, just like it's been pretty dark in this room that you've been in so far.
Could you make some light, Cody?
Sure. And Cody will pull his jumpsuit out as a cape and put light on it so that his cape is glowing.
Yeah, so Erica, you could already see great. You can see that this tunnel just like goes and then curves. But now the rest of you can see everything a little bit better. Would you like to go walk normally through this tunnel, or are you going to try to be sneaky? Or are you still just like standing at the mouth of it, looking in it?
What are the acoustics of this tunnel? Like, is it echoey? No, that's a real question. Like, when we make footsteps, like, what do they sound like?
It is not echoey. And I don't think this requires a check. I think you can just like figure out that between like the dirt ground that's kind of like covered in some like old dead leaves and like moss, and the branches being covered in these like petals and flowers and leaves, there's like pretty good sound dampening in here. It does not echo.
Okay. I'm gonna walk ahead cautiously, but like at a normal pace.
All right, great.
And I'll be right behind Erica, kind of leading the rest of us with some light ahead.
Cool. So it goes Erica, Cody,
I will go next.
Jasmin, and then
I'm bringing up the rear.
Zan, and then Max. Great.
Yeah, great.
Cool. So yeah, so you start walking down this tunnel, and yeah, it goes straight for a little bit and then curves, and like once you go around that curve, Erica, you can easily see that it like turns and curves again. And you just kind of like wander down this tunnel for a couple minutes, and then Erica, you step on something like slimy and gross, and your foot slides like a little bit, like you've stepped in something sticky that was spilled here, and then the rest of you watch as massive leaves fling up from the floor, slamming into Erica, fully engulfing her in what looks like a giant Venus flytrap.
Whoops!
Well, hello and welcome to Dice Disasters. This is the part of the podcast where we stop pretending to be other people and start pretending to be ourselves. I'm Alan, and joining me today is Talia. Hey, Talia.
Hello, Alan.
How are you doing?
Alan, we already talked about this. I'm fine.
Oh, the audience didn't hear this. We're recording now.
Oh, were you not recording that part?
No, I don't record us just talking before we record.
Oh, but they've missed all of the good jokes I made.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so everyone just imagine really good jokes, and they're Talia's now.
Oh, it's not the same.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, hey, next time you're on, I'll start recording 3 hours before we record.
Perfect. I'll just be on there saying shit.
I can't wait for this brand new spin-off podcast.
Talia makes jokes by herself.
Hey, Talia, something exciting is happening this episode.
What?
We have 3 listener names being used for NPCs coming up.
We have 3 listeners? That's so exciting.
But we have 3 whole listeners.
That's so exciting.
Yes. So, well, we don't want to spoil and give away what's coming up in the episode.
Yeah, because all of these NPCs happen after this mid-roll.
Yes. Oliver has done such a good job creating them. We don't want to spoil the reveal, but we do want to make sure that we call out the people so that you know that these characters are named for you.
Yeah, so one of the characters is named for Grace Stubbs, she, her, at Grace Stubbs 14 on Twitter. Another listener name that's going to show up is Matthew at 1S Fandom on Twitter.
And the third name that will pop up is at Xavier Gillen on Twitter. All 3 of y'all were tweeting at us really early on. Y'all are super fans, and we appreciate all your support for our story so far. And if you want your name to be in the pot of names that Oliver pulls from for NPCs, Talia, how could someone get in that list?
Well, I don't need to put my name into that pot because I'm already a character on the show. But if somebody else did, they could tweet at us at Dice Disasters on Twitter or leave us a review where they found it. The podcast, that is.
Yes. And if you leave a review and you want your name to be included, make sure you put your name somewhere in the review so that we know what your name is. Oh, Talia, do you remember how daughter Jack was named for Jack of People Need Goals, who wrote our theme song?
I do remember.
Well, we have more music from People Need Goals in this episode.
Yay! More music.
Jack is so amazing. You've already heard a little snippet of it already, but there's a little bit more to come, and there's even more in later episodes. Jack, you are incredible helping us bring this story to life, and thank you so much for all your creativity. It's awesome.
It does sound really good behind our ridiculous role playing.
Absolutely. So yeah, look forward to more People Need Goals music here shortly. And then before we go, I just wanted to quickly tell y'all something. You heard about it earlier in the podcast, but there's a really cool homebrew mechanic that Oliver devised that we wanted to make sure that you knew about.
Yeah, because we did sort of just throw it out there in the middle of the podcast and then go back later and go, did we explain that? And the answer was, no, we don't think so. So we have a thing called the Party Together bonus, which is basically when everybody in the party is together, they get +1 AC each.
Yes, and it's an awesome mechanic, and, me and Talia are just players. We don't know what's really going on. I'm sure there's maybe a lore reason for, why this is the case.
But we cannot say.
Because we do not know.
We know nothing.
Well, anyways, if you want to find us online, go to our website, dicedisasters.com.
Or find us at Twitter at Dice Disasters.
Or you can go to Instagram, where we're dice.disasters.
Actually, could I real quick say that we also now have a Tumblr at Dice Disasters, and we're going to start posting when we put up new episodes and other fun content there.
That's awesome. Thanks so much. That's all Talia's doing. Talia's kicking butt over there on Tumblr. Thanks so much.
Yeah, I have those good 20-something skills of Tumblring.
Well, we'll let you get back to the story and experience more of this tree plant dome that we have found ourselves in.
Plants.
Thanks for listening. Enjoy the rest of the episode. Bye.
Bye.
Erica, you are smothered into a small, wet, dark space. What do you all do?
Yell?
Okay. Jasmin starts yelling.
Can I move enough that I can get my my spell bracelets together?
Yeah, it's very uncomfortable, but you manage to kind of like squirm your bracelets around together and hit them together. The little screen pops up like the hologram like directly in front of your eyes. There is not much room in here.
Okay, I'm gonna summon my dagger and just start stabbing into the thing.
As you all just stand there in shock with Jasmin screaming, you see a little like and a like something really sharp just like sticks out of the side of this weird plant, and then it retracts and then it sticks out again. Erica, you take 3 acid damage.
Okay.
When I see that, I'm gonna go try to help. Like, avoiding the stabs that are coming out, but sort of try to stab in a little bit to try to help cut out Erica.
Wow.
Make a dexterity check.
What? You wanted us to do something?
I definitely want you to do things.
Dexterity.
It's Dungeons and Dragons. You tell me you do a thing, I tell you to roll.
I can't wait for Zan to kill me.
That's a 15.
Zant leans in and whispers, "I'm the best one in the group. Don't take my kills." Sorry, what'd you get?
15.
A 15? All right. Okay. Yeah, that's good enough. You like find one of the seams where these two, like the big leaf things clamped together and jam your short sword in there and kind of like peel one back. And then you're just face to face with Erica's very slimy head.
Hey.
Why am I the one that gets covered in sludge? Can I get out of it at this point?
With Zan helping you, it's hard. Zan is like using all of her effort to just like open up this little hole. So no, you can't get out yet.
Can I try to just grab Erica's arm and pull?
Yeah, make a strength check.
That is 8. God.
Okay, yeah, you grab onto Erica's arm and pull, and her arm just slides right out of your grip, and you now have one slimy arm. It's gross.
Cody starts pulling like on Jasmin. Hey, can we now look at Lily's notes? This is a plant. Can we please now?
Unfortunately, I don't think they're translated.
No, they're not. Jasmin is panicked enough that she'll still pull them out, though, and like browse through them next to Cody and be like, oh, this, maybe I can't read them.
Are there any pictures? Maybe there's like a diagram.
What are you guys doing?
We're trying to help.
With paper?
Really?
Okay, yeah, the two of you flip through these notes, and you do, in fact, find a drawing of what looks like a big Venus flytrap thing. You can't read what it says, but this is definitely that plant.
Cody grabs it and runs up to Erica's face. It's like, what does it say?
This is not story time, Cody.
What does it say?
Erica, you try to focus on these notes. You learn a few things about this plant. You learn that it is waits camouflaged on forest floors and then snaps up to consume its prey. You learn that its saliva is acidic. You learn that the gross goo inside can be used to make dyes. It makes some cloth glow and turn silver. Some people use it for iridescent tattoos. There might be some negative side effects to those uses, but they haven't been studied well because these plants are rather rare. Sorry.
Erica yells, "This plant sucks. It hides." And California would have some sort of consumer warning on it. I don't know what you're doing right now, Cody.
You also, after you read through like 3 paragraphs of medicinal notes, there is
Get through 3 paragraphs while you're still in this thing.
As you're reading it, you realize that like Lily's writing is very colorful and verbose. It describes things in great detail. You learn a lot about the stamen of this plant.
All right, why are we talking about this statement?
You also learn that there is a pressure point near the base of the plant that when enough pressure is applied to it, it will open back up.
Well, nothing useful in there, so.
Okay. Can you just like hit the bottom of it? You have to like, there's a pressure point. Hit the base. Please. It hurts.
Okay.
Just Erica's face is sticking out of this plant.
All right. Yep.
Birth me.
Where?
The base.
I'm just going to start kicking the bottom of it.
Erica like points at the like actually touches the drawing to like show where the point is and just is like stabbing it with her gooey hand.
There is a glob right where it is.
Let's acupuncture this.
Okay, great. Yeah, the two of you just start kicking this plant and yeah, you give it a good solid kick right at the base and it just kind of goes and all of those like big leaves flop back down. And Erica, you are standing there free.
Gross.
And very gross.
Erica's gonna just lay on the ground. I do want to know, is my jumpsuit...
Wait, are you gonna lay right on top of it?
No, like I roll out of it and like just lay on the ground.
Great.
Is my jumpsuit glowing at all from this magical dye?
I believe you are wearing a shirt and pants that you got from the daughters when you were there. But yes, your clothes are kind of glowing a little bit. Like a silvery light. Like
I actually did change back into my jumpsuit when I gave them back the armor.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then your jumpsuit is glowing. I think they let you keep the clothes though.
Cool.
I will heal her again for a little bit. That's 3 health and 1 temporary.
Perfect.
Great. You watch some little flowers
Grow out of the goop.
try to grow out of the goop. A lot of them, the petals don't open all the way.
Yikes.
Erica sits up and says, "Okay, so watch the floor."
Yeah.
Cool.
Cody can have the book back.
Oh yeah, sorry. And hands the notes back.
I'll wipe the goop off.
Do you want me to go first now?
I mean, I still can probably see best.
True.
So I'll keep going, but...
All right. Just yell if you need anything.
And honestly, if it happens again, what's the worst that can happen?
Well, just in case. Can you stand still for a minute, Eric?
Sure.
So Jasmin will walk up to Erica and kind of like browse through her menu and then touch Erica on the shoulder, and Erica's skin turns into bark.
Okay.
Interesting.
I have cast bark skin.
You need to moisturize more.
I mean, she's pretty moisturized right now.
But it means that their AC cannot be less than 16.
Oh,
Oh,
great.
damn. Nice.
Okay. I am Groot. Let's keep going.
Okay, you follow a barky, gloopy Erica, still wearing sunglasses, down this tunnel.
Erica turns around, does finger guns.
Doesn't seem like the time.
Her jumpsuit is glowing. Great. Okay. As you make your way down the rest of the tunnel, Erica, make a perception check for me. Someone else can also help her out. if you want.
That's a 14.
I would like to help, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Should I roll, or does Erica roll
You should
again?
let Erica roll twice because
Okay, that is a a 21.
nice. All right. Erica is now on high fucking alert and is maybe walking a little slower down this tunnel, and maybe like the tunnel curves again, and you can see there's like an opening into a larger chamber about like 40 feet away. And you also, like, as you're like looking at this opening, something like drips in front of your view, and like 20 feet away from you, there is something slimy dripping from the ceiling. And you look up, and now that you have become intimately familiar with one of these, you recognize it as another big clampy trap plant. Oh wait, you would know the name of it.
I would. What's its name?
Bob.
Steve.
Damn it! Same hat, Alice.
Is it named after a listener?
Is it named after a listener? Yes!
I think we have a listener named Matthew.
Yes, we do.
We do. It's the Matthew plant.
Are you really gonna name it after a listener?
You know that this plant is called Matthew's Nasty Trap Plant. And it sucks. But there's definitely one on the ceiling of this tunnel like 20 feet away from you.
And it sucks, but we appreciate it for listening to us.
Erica's like, we got another MNTP here. Just be careful.
Mint?
Is there like can we kind of skirt around it? Or does that not seem to be a thing?
Yes, I'd say you could do that. If you all make a acrobatics check. The DC's pretty low. I mean, it's like it takes up like the whole width of the tunnel. But if you're on the edge, it's be fine.
So we're all making acrobatics?
Yes.
8.
3. 18.
Okay.
2.
Oh my god, you guys!
Okay.
Like Jasmine's holding Cody's hand and they just jump into it.
Max, what'd you get?
9.
Not. Are you all kidding me?
Hey,
Erica, were you the only?
I'm not with them.
No, yeah, Zan was the only one. So yeah, you. Erica points out this big, gross plant on the ceiling, and Zan deftly moves ahead of you, slides her body right up against the edge of the tunnel, skirts past it, and is on the other side. And she just keeps walking. She's like, "Cool, no big. Get her on the plant."
Yeah. It's a plant.
The rest of you, I guess, try to go all at the same time. And kind of like shuffle your way past the plant. There's too many of you. You're making a lot of movement.
What are you guys doing?
One of you stumbles a little bit. You all fall forward. The plant snaps closed, and they're all kind of stuck in it. You each take 1 point of acid damage. Zan, you hear this slump noise from behind you, and you turn around, and it's your worst fear. A big plant with all of the legs of your friends sticking out of it.
God, you guys! It's the same thing. It's just...
You hear muffled yelling, I guess.
Punch it.
Can I see the pressure point on this one?
Yep.
Can I punch it?
Yep.
I punch it.
Yeah, Zan does a little hop, punches it right in the pressure point. It opens back up. You all tumble out. You're all a little gross. Erica's super gross. But, good job, guys.
You were supposed to walk around it.
We tried.
All together as a group.
As a group.
For support.
Okay.
Erica doesn't even say anything, just gets up and keeps walking.
Yep.
Can I taste a tiny bit of the goop?
Gosh. Okay.
You realize this plant has nasty in its name, right?
Don't worry about it.
Where are you tasting it from? You just like licking your lips, or gonna scoop some in there?
I'm just gonna like, I assume it's like all over my shoulders, I guess, because that's the widest part of me.
Uh-huh.
So
By
I'm just
the way, The goblin looks very upset.
Oh my god.
All of the hair is standing up. Max, you feel like claws grabbing onto your, like, I guess, titty window, because that's the only part of flesh that's exposed under your chainmail. And this cat goes and like jumps down off of you, shakes really hard. Let's just resolve this. Max, sorry, you're licking your shoulder?
No, I'm just gonna take a little bit off with my finger and then like just touch my finger to my tongue.
Can I please make a perception check to see if I see Max doing this stupid thing?
Max, are you being stealthy about this?
No.
Okay, you're watching in horror as Max touches his shoulder and starts bringing his hand to his mouth.
Max, it does damage! It hurt us!
Max, you lick it. You take 2 points of poison damage.
Okay, but more importantly, what does it taste like?
Tastes pretty good.
All right.
Use it as a spice.
Yeah.
Okay, so you all kind of center yourself after this. You watch the goblin kind of like jump off of Max's shoulders, and I imagine didn't pay much attention to it as you all watched in horror as Max tasted some of the slime. But as you're getting ready to keep going, you notice that there are now 2 waters.
Okay.
Cody, you instantly know which one is which. Like,
Water, come here. And he points to his shoulder, trying to get her to come away from the other one.
yeah, Water kind of like looks a little weirded out by the second otter and then comes and jumps up to your shoulder and hangs up there.
Still a little uncomfy. Okay, sorry.
Come here, Peanut. Stop scaring Cody.
Okay, yeah, the second water comes over here to Zan, hops up on her shoulder. This water has glowing purple eyes.
I don't get stuck in plants.
Yeah, you are clean. You notice that this second water is also clean. It is not slimy.
Oh, nice. Good job. All right, onward.
Great.
Okay, Water, never mind. Just hop down. That wasn't comfy. I forgot. You're heavy. I'm sorry.
She like chitters in your ear a little bit and then gets back down. Great. All right, cool.
Erica at this point is just stomping down the hallway.
Okay. You watch as Groot stomps down the hallway. And yeah, you make your way to the end of this tunnel and kind of peek out, and there is an enormous chamber here. It is like hundreds of feet tall and stretches out as far as you can see in either direction.
Shit.
You see many smaller tunnels that are leading off it to, like, back the way you came. You're guessing towards the edge of the dome. Some are small, like the one you made it through, and others are like much bigger. Hello. Again, it doesn't echo.
Aww.
It's good sound dampening in here. And you definitely don't want to yell that once I describe the rest of the room. In the center of this giant chamber is another wall of branches, this time forming what looks like a massive cylinder. It stretches from the dirt floor all the way up to the roof of this chamber. So you're basically like in a big donut-shaped room surrounding a central cylinder. Throughout this chamber, you can see some giant rock golems, each one about 50 feet tall. They're made of huge boulders held together with moss and vines, and then they're all in the rough shape of like creatures. There's like one that's like a big 6-legged creature that is closest to you. From where you are, you can see 3 of them. They all seem to be focused on the center into that big, like, walled cylinder. And you watch as one of them rears back one of its massive rocky arms and slams it into the branch wall, sending bits of wood and stone flying out from the impact. The ground under you, like, rumbles from this impact before dying down. And you see, like, that branch wall in the center holds. The golem rears back and lets out one of those like low, horrible, grating roars and turns from the center and starts slowly stalking away from it, still growling. Exactly.
Is there something in the wall where it was slamming?
It looks like that it was like slamming into like this area that you can't see into, this like cylindrical area in the center of the dome. It's like a big cylinder, probably like couple 100 feet across.
Okay.
Not a fan of those.
Sorry, you said there were 3 of them, yeah?
You can see 3 of them. This room does like curve away, so you don't know if there are more on the other side of this donut-shaped room.
Okay.
Erica whispers to Jasmin, so about that singing, you hear anything?
Do I?
You do. The singing has gotten a little louder, and you, in this big open space, you can't tell where it's coming from, but you feel like it might be in that center chamber.
Does it seem more like words now, or does it still just seem incomprehensible?
Make a perception check.
All right.
Sound-based perception check.
A hearing check, as one might say. That would be a 22.
Oh, okay. Wow. See, what I wrote for Jasmin rolls really good. Jasmin, you stop and close your eyes, focusing on this song. It doesn't sound human. In fact, it reminds you of that dream that you had in the forest, your first night after escaping from Castor's facility, when you were floating in an endless nebula and someone was talking to you, or many people were talking to you about you being one of them. And that song fits so perfectly with that memory that you start to think like maybe this song was in that memory, but you're not sure. You also realize that you're not hearing the song with your ears. To check that, you put your hands up and like press them over your ears. Your suspicions are confirmed. The song is the same volume with your ears covered. So like this song is somehow just being transmitted into your mind.
There are no words, I assume.
Not words that you can understand.
Mm-hmm.
But it sounds lonely and needy.
Yeah, it's here. I think it's in the middle of the room. It sounds kind of lonely.
While this is happening, Zan's gonna sort of try to duck around like the edge of the room, sort of like kind of circling, like keeping her back up against the wall.
Okay.
But trying to see if she can see like around the cylinder a little bit more. Like if she sort of scoots along the wall, could she see like, are there more rock golems on the other side?
You, just for context, you would have to go decently far. Like, I think you would have to walk like at least like 100 feet away from where your party is gathered by the entrance to this tunnel. Do you still want to try?
Yes.
Cool. Okay, make a stealth check.
That was a sound you made.
Yep. And there's nothing to be added to it. That's a 3.
Oh boy. Yeah, you all watch as Zan kind of like puts a finger to her lips and starts creeping along the like edge of this room. And you're all kind of like looking at her, looking at the big rock golem that's just again 50 feet tall, made of boulders, looking at her, looking at the rock golem, and she's like creeping like super stealthy. Creep, creep, creep. And then she fucking trips and like lands in a bush. This room has like bushes and boulders and like trees and shit growing in it. She lands in a bush. Zan, the bush is covered in thorns.
Fuck!
You take 1 damage, and yeah, you yell pretty loud. And the giant rock golem nearest to you, its head just whips around, and it lets out another low roar, and then starts stomping its way towards you.
Fuck, 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 fuck.
And as you are disentangling yourself from this sweet berry bush, you hear someone shout, "Well, hi!" And then at that noise, the rock golem's head snaps up again and it begins stalking towards the source. And you see like maybe like 50 feet away from you, there's a figure crouched behind like this like boulder and tree. And they're like waving and they turn and they see the rock and they're like, "Oh, dang it." And they reach down and they pick something up and they like chuck it. And a rock goes like clattering its way like pretty far away, and the rock golem's head snaps over again and it starts stalking towards that rock that the person threw. Y'all okay over there? The rock golem starts coming back, and then they pick up another rock and throw it again. The rock golem turns around and goes after that rock.
Rock monster's just cranking 180s.
Yep.
This is some stealth game bullshit, and I love it.
Zantz continues to. Can she fully disentangle herself from the bush?
Yes. You're
All right.
out of the bush.
Great.
You're kind of out in the open.
Yeah. How far away am I from both the person and the party? Which one's closer?
I'd say about 50 feet away from each.
Okay. I'm gonna sort of go for the person.
Okay, yeah, you,
Just the whole way doing sort of like a shh.
okay, and they're like, oh yeah, I got it, shh, very quiet. And the rock golem turns to look at them again. They pick up another rock, chuck it. The rock golem goes and gets the rock. They seem like they've got this process pretty down.
Can the rest of us make our way there too?
Yeah, you can if you want to. Just make a stealth check.
Yeah.
That's a 4 for me.
Dear God.
Oh, I rolled a 16, so a 15.
Okay.
8 plus 2, 10.
Okay. Max?
I have disadvantage. First one was a 19.
And?
Second one, 13.
All right, great.
Could be worse.
You got enough successes. Yeah, you start hopping your way over there, ducking around some bushes and some boulders until you make it up to where this like large boulder with a like tree next to it is sheltering a small humanoid figure. They look kind of like a person, but they're made completely out of wood.
Much like Erica.
Just like Erica.
Yeah. As you come over, Zan, they're like, oh, you're a person. Okay. Hello. And then the rock golem turns to look at them. They throw another rock.
Hi.
And then when they've got like big floppy leaves on their head and they're like smiling real big. And then when the rest of the party gets there and the person's kind of like, oh, there's more of you. Oh, good. Another dryad. Hi, I'm Grace. They, them. This is Xavier. He, him. And they point towards what looks like a smushed pile of branches and leaves on the ground. What are y'all doing in here? I'm just going to say from now on, every time this character yells, which is every other sentence, they're going to pick up another rock. They got plenty of rocks and just kind of chuck it. And the rock golem just turns and goes to get the rock. Welcome to Dishonored.
Is your friend okay?
Oh, Xavier? Well, he got a little smushed, so I'm just waiting for him to grow back. And then they reach down and kind of give Xavier a little pat.
Okay.
Can I do a nature check on Xavier?
Sure.
That's a 12.
Seems like a pile of sticks and leaves. Does not seem like a sentient being of any sort. But you don't know very much about dryads. What are y'all doing in here?
We're here to find some kind of disturbance.
Oh, that. Yeah, that's definitely up in there. And they point towards that big branchy cylinder in the middle of the room.
Do you know what's more specifically up in there?
Nah, I just know that whatever it is, real powerful, real stinky, seems to be sucking up all the magic.
Stinky?
Stink. You know when something has like a stinky smell?
Yes.
And it feels bad in your brain, but you're like, kind of go check that what out that what is and put it in my mouth.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Exactly, you get me.
Do we need to be like concerned about the rock golems?
Oh yeah, if you I mean, Xavier's okay, and she like pats the pile of sticks.
Debatable.
But I don't know, y'all made of flesh, so I would not recommend getting up in there in the rock smushing.
Okay.
Seems bad.
But you're not concerned about talking.
No, they're pretty dumb. They pick up another rock and chuck it, and the rock golem again turns and growls and goes after to investigate the rock. And then they're like, they can't see, they just hear, so if you keep nice and quiet, you can get right around them, no problem.
Trying to do.
The disturbance? Is it lonely?
Oh, that makes sense. That's why it keeps calling everybody in here.
What?
I mean, look at them. And they point up at the big rock golem and they're like, I don't know why that guy's in here other than go smash whatever the stinky thing is.
But why would it call them to come smash it?
I don't know.
Okay.
They pick their nose.
Do you hear it?
Hear what?
The calling?
Oh, the stink? The brain stink. Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Just stinky.
Do I smell anything?
Make a perception check.
Okay. That is a 9.
All your friends smell like gross slime.
All right.
And you take a big whiff trying to smell whatever this thing is the Dryad's talking about.
Oh.
All you can smell is how bad your friends smell right now.
All right. Can we? All right. I say we should probably try to either attack them, which seems like a bad idea, or sneak in, which we're all apparently very bad at.
Well, you just have to not be so dumb about it. Just get yourself a rock, give it a little throw. There you go.
Okay.
I don't know how you're gonna get in there though. It's all wall.
It's like the other wall though, right?
Uh-huh.
Wait, why did you respond in character voice?
Listen, I'm so deep in. Yes, it is like the other wall.
Okay, cool.
You don't have a character voice. Come on. You kind of have a character voice.
Would you rather we all had character voices?
Don't. I swear to God, do not.
I tried
Do not right now with me.
Why, hello, my name is Erica.
I'm a ghost.
Erica child, Julia was my grandmother. How far away is the wall?
The cylinder in the middle of the room, like 300 feet away. How many feet in a mile? Feet in a mile.
5,280.
Oh, dang.
More than that.
Wow.
A couple 100 feet away.
All right. Can I pick up a bunch of rocks? Is there like just rocks?
Yeah, you pick up as many rocks as you want. That's
Great.
not true.
I pick up all of the rocks.
Zan, you are encumbered and can no longer move.
Aww.
You've made a little rock pile over your body.
I slowly remove rocks from my inventory one at a time until I can move.
If you drop them all at once, it'll just be represented by one rock, though. So
And then you can fast travel again.
Yeah. Well, I'm slowly separating the stacks and removing them one at a time until I can move so that I can find out my maximum inventory space.
Well, Zan figures out her maximum inventory space. Did anyone else have a question that I missed in all of that?
No, I kind of wanted to try something.
You can also make a perception check in this room. Try to see if you can see a way out other than those tunnels.
I try to put some of them in my mail slots, like as a present.
I just wanted to try casting Bomb of the Summer Court on Xavier.
Yeah, you can do that.
Grace said that it's a person, so I'm going to assume that it's a person. I heal it for 2 hit points.
2 hit points. Okay. What does it look like when you cast Bomb of the Summer Court? You don't have to touch it, right? You just kind of
No,
like...
I don't have to touch it. I just kind of like hold out my hand and I guess some leaves and flowers appear on what I'm healing, but I don't know if it has as much else. Maybe a little bit of glow because it's magic.
Great. Yeah, Jasmin, you kind of crouch down next to this pile of broken branches and leaves that Grace introduced as Xavier, and you focus on casting Bomb of the Summer Court, select it on your menu, and try to channel it towards this blob. And it rustles a little bit. You see as some of the branches start to knit themselves back together and a few flowers spurt on top, and Grace is just in absolute awe. And they're like, What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? And then on this just blob of leaves and sticks, a little face appears and it goes, Hello.
Oh no.
I'm okay.
Oh.
I died, but I'm okay.
Hi.
Hey, Oh, Grace! And Grace is like, Xavier, I knew you'd be okay. I just had to wait a little bit, couple years. Here you go.
Right. Okay. You two have fun.
Thanks.
Jasmin will back off and go to the rest of the group.
Sam transfers half of her inventory to Max while this is happening.
Max gives you like 200 bottle caps in return.
No, I don't need more stuff. Stop it.
So, Oliver.
Yes.
Are the other rock golems really close to the cylinder then? Or did all of them kind of follow?
They're pretty close to the cylinder. No, they're quite a ways away from you. They're like very far. You get the sense that you'd have to like do something really, really big to get them to come all the way over here.
Mm-hmm.
Again, this chamber is enormous. Like if the whole dome is a mile across, this is like the center-ish area. It's quite big. Can one of you make a perception check for this room? You can make it as a group.
Yeah.
Where two of you roll.
Cody's just kind of looking at the ground, looking at, the path they have to take.
Great.
I get a 21.
Oh,
Great. Cody, what'd you get?
7 plus 2. 9.
You check out that ground. It's real dirty. It's got a lot of dirt.
It's almost like we're outside.
It's like you're outside, but inside. Weird. Erica, though, you look around this chamber and there's like a bunch of things in this room. And you kind of get the sense that like this was just like part of the growth that then got closed over, but it is way sparser than that. And you realize that as these rock golems are stomping around, they're like squishing all of the like trees and any vegetation that's growing up. And so that's why this chamber is very sparse. The ground is actually littered with like crumbled rock bits and like broken sticks and like old mulch from where they've just like crushed a forest down flat. You do see a couple interesting plants that look like they have survived this. There is a boulder not far from you, maybe like 100 feet or so, that on top has just like this like beautiful yellow flower that's enormous. It must be like 6 to 10 feet across. You can't really tell from here, but like very, very big. And it's like perched up on top of this boulder where it seems to have like not been crushed. Floating above it are like these like little chunks of debris that maybe got like blasted off of the rock golem's attack on that central cylinder, and they are slowly floating upwards. Just like everything above this flower is floating up. Gravity is wrong. Just there. Again, you rolled very well. So you follow the like path up. It's kind of hard to tell, like it's like a couple 100 feet up, but there seems to be maybe like a small hole up there right above this flower.
That's way better than what I was going to do. So I point that out to everybody, and I would like to go investigate.
Okay, great. You're going to have to roll a stealth check to run over there.
That's fine. That's a 4, but I also cast Minor Illusion of just like another, just far away from me as I fall.
Does Minor Illusion do sound or visuals?
It does either or.
Okay, great. So all of you just hear someone yell, "Well, hi!" from very far away. And the rock golem like initially turned towards Erica, fucking like falling and then scrabbling back up to her feet as she's running to get towards this boulder, and then just turns and follows the well high. And Grace's head snaps up and she's like, "Is there somebody out there?"
Did you bring friends?
And the rock golem now comes stalking towards them, and they're just like, "Oh, dang it," and then grab another rock and throw it. So yeah, you're safe. You make it to this flower. It's like a big boulder though, maybe like 20 feet around. You don't really have a way to get up there on your own.
I think we should probably just all go there.
Yeah, okay. Jasmin, yeah, you run after Erica.
Yeah.
I won't make you keep rolling stealth checks.
Thank you.
I think the joke is a little bit played at this point. But...
I run after Jasmin.
All right, you run over, clomp, 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 all your rocks. You're throwing them. It's great.
Yeah. Just checking them willy-nilly.
Okay, yeah, you're at the the base of this big boulder with a glowing flower on top.
Oh, what'd you find, Erica?
Look. Everything is wrong. See, everything's floating up.
Ah.
Max, will you give me a boost up?
Yeah, sure.
Max, you gonna drop your 20 rocks that Sand made you hold?
I'll put them in a neat pile. Wait, I have a bag now. I'll put them all in my bag.
Nice.
Okay.
There's like 2 things in my bag. My shitty ripped jumpsuit and a bunch of rocks.
This is true. All right. Yeah, give Erica a boost up there. They're not under any time pressure or anything, so I say you boost her up. Erica, you're now on the top of this boulder next to a big glowing flower.
I want to take out my book that I have in my backpack, and I just want to put it on top of the flower.
Okay, you take out the book you brought with you, but haven't really had a chance to read.
It's Crime and Punishment. Who wants to read that? Like, you know?
Nobody.
Okay, great. You use this flower as a big trash receptacle, and the book starts floating upwards. It's like fairly slow, but it's just going up, up, up.
And then it like goes into the hole, or?
Make a perception check.
That is an 11.
You can't really tell. Like, this room is not very bright, and you are standing next to something that's very bright. So at some point, you just lose track of the book. It went up for a while.
Wait, sorry. You said hole, but is it the hole is in the ceiling of the dome?
You don't know.
Okay.
It's in the ceiling of this chamber.
Okay. But it doesn't like lead into the cylinder in the middle or anything.
No, it's not. It doesn't go sideways. It just goes straight up.
Okay.
Erica leans over the side of the boulder to talk to the party, like in whispers, and is like, so, we could try to make our way to the middle, past all those guys, or we could see if we could go above them.
What if there's nothing to stop us and we just keep going upwards until we're in space?
Space is really fun. Been there.
I mean, Peanut can get us out of that mess, right, Peanut? And does finger guns at Peanut. Peanut, you know space, right, Peanut?
Peanut blinks their glowing purple eyes at you in like a slow cat blink.
But like, what if we get up there and like I feel like we're gonna get up there and then there's not gonna be, we're gonna go down, right? We don't have like gliders or anything.
Well, I can make it where we fall slower. That's kind of like gliding, falling with style. Buzz Lightyear.
But what if we don't?
Infinity and Beyond.
Okay, but to continue with that, we don't have like a fire extinguisher to push us around. We can't like.
I have Ghost.
All right, this is a terrible plan. Let's do it.
We're really good at terrible plans.
We're problem solving.
All right, what are you all gonna do?
I want to try to like pull people up onto the boulder.
All right, yeah, I'll say you all get up there.
Great.
Takes a little bit. It's kind of uncomfortable. You do have to throw some rocks for distraction. Grace yells a couple encouraging statements.
Are the dryads coming with us, or are they staying on the ground?
Oh, they're back by their other boulder. You get the feeling Grace wants to stay with Xavier. Now has a face.
Cody's gonna look at the group and say, "So we're heading to the middle, right?"
Yeah. So float up, and then you make us not fall fast.
Okay.
And Jasmin blows a gust in away from the middle, and then
Goose.
a goose away from the middle, and we all goose towards the middle.
Okay, I got it. Hey, Water, come up here. I'll carry you.
Yeah, water climbs up on your shoulders.
All right, everyone, hold on to your hats.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
I get on up on that flower.
We all try to, one at a time, step into the flower light.
Are you holding on to each other?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say like they're holding the other person's hand as like the next person gets up and pulls them up, and so it's like a daisy chain.
Yeah, Erica, you climb up on top of this flower and immediately start floating upwards. Someone reaches out and grabs your hand, I guess?
Jasmin will. And then grab Cody's hand.
Assuming that it's semi-weightless, I'll just put Water up on my shoulder, my back, and she can just hold on.
Yeah, she digs her little claws into your shirt.
Yeah, so I'll grab onto Jasmin and then hold my hand out for whoever wants to take it.
Great. You all start floating up towards the ceiling. From up here, you can see Grace down there just waving their little tree arm at you. You see these 3 giant rock golems stomping around. Another one of them is like making another barrage on that center cylinder of wood. It brings back a big arm of boulders and just smashes it into the cylinder, sending bits of rock and like wood flying. And you float higher and higher. As you get up higher, you can see the gap in the ceiling more clearly. It's a pretty small hole, about like 4 feet across, and it opens up into what looks like a well-lit chamber. So keep floating up.
Should we go for that hole, or maybe?
I don't know if we even have very much like control over like which way we're floating, so.
Is the hole directly above us? Like,
Yep.
Okay. Well, why don't we just go up there? Because we can always fall down later, but it'll be harder to get back up.
The flowers' reverse gravity will guide us.
Yeah.
We're just gonna go. Let's go for the floaty
Okay,
hole.
yeah.
Looks comfy up there.
At this point, Erica, you like kind of like bump up into the like ceiling of this chamber, which is made of these like gnarled branches tangled together, like right next to the dome. And you only have one free hand, but you can kind of like maneuver yourself a little bit. So you float up through this hole. You make it up and you like reach out. You each grab onto the edge and pull yourself out of the flowers' reversed gravity onto a floor made of those same tangled branches. And the 5 of you, along with your new shape-shifting companion and Cody's familiar water, have made it through the giant rock golem chamber, and you find yourself in a new room in this giant dome in the growth.
You can find us on Twitter at Dice Disasters. And we have more information about the show and the cast at dicedisasters.com.
Our beautiful website was made by Allison Otting, who plays Erica.
Dice Disasters is edited by Alan Brazzell, who plays Cody.
Our cover art is made by our DM, Oliver Northwood.
Our theme song is by People Need Goals, who you can find on Bandcamp or on Twitter at People Need Goals. Their music is incredible, and we are so thankful that they made this song.
For a little while, Dice Disasters is a weekly podcast. If you're enjoying the show, it would be incredible if you subscribed and left a review. Thank you so much. Today, someone was like, oh, maybe you're like low on iron. So I just went to my fridge and I grabbed 2 handfuls of spinach and just like crammed them into my mouth.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Allison,
Hi.
here's my question. How are your biceps looking right now?
They have like a giant lump, but like the rest of the arm is really skinny. And
With tattoos.
and a pipe has just like erupted out of my mouth. It's pretty uncomfortable, but it's here. And it's, well, you know, why I oughta.